Hey, welcome back everybody. I appreciate you joining me again. Well, today, this episode, we're going to make this quick as far as what we're doing. I did quite a bit and actually got a lot of stuff figured out. So now we're just going to go ahead and go through and talk to you about. So obviously, we'll start with the first thing. Here, remember how I was working on getting the automated processing for the processors for the ME, the planning logistics stuff. Well, got it sorted out. So after looking through numerous videos online, what it came down to was having to set up a separate subnetwork for the to make the actual processors. These guys are all on the main network. They do the silicone and then the three different types of processors, and then they get assembled over here in the sub network. All right, so I had to make a ME interface, well, two of them actually. All right, so there's the patterns, and you can see they require the printed silicon, the engineering circuit, and the redstone. Printed silicon, calculated circuit, redstone. Silicon, logical circuit, redstone. Right? So once those are all made, they come in here to the center interface. Really just kind of serves as a transfer point to set. All right, and now what you do is when you use the wrench and you have the arrow pointing this way, it's a one-way, which means there's a break here. This is on the main network, this is in the sub network. So in between the two is the break, the separation for the two networks. Right? Once they come in, they'll hit the ME chest. I've got a little 1K storage in here just for temporary purposes. As everything comes in, they drop in there, and then they come down into the inscriber. All right. I put a power station down here just so I can supply some power to it. Has to have his ME controller on the sub network. Now the problem was I wasn't getting enough power to be able to recharge both the energy cell. So I could probably take that out, but it acts like a backup. So what I did is I put a quartz fiber cable right here, and then put a regular cable here. That quartz fiber cable is going to keep them separate while still allowing the transfer of power. So even though it's connected, they can't talk to each other because of that quartz fiber, but the power can still come through. Keep everything nice and powered up. So anyway, so as everything comes in, it gets dropped into its proper location. I turn the inscriber on its side so that this is actually the bottom, or I'm sorry, that's the top. The bottom's over here. Oops. Assemble, or I'm sorry, that's the top, that's the bottom, and then obviously the back where the redstone comes in. This is the right hand side, or what would be the right hand side if I hadn't turned it, to export or use the import bus to pull everything out of the inscriber, and then it comes back over here to the export bus, right? Because we're bringing it out of, or sending it out of the sub network back into the main network, which is this ME interface. Right? So everything comes in and out through the ME interface, comes into this one, just kind of a transfer point. And then everything comes out, drops into these. When they get completed, it gets pulled out, sent back into that interface, which goes back to the main network, right? Like I said, there are plenty of videos out there for all this, but at the end of the day, you can see plenty of them, right? So all I can recommend is go ahead and go watch them, go look for them. I'd have to go and find which one it was. I forgot which one it was that I watched, but I do appreciate everybody putting all their videos out there, because that really helped me a lot. I went through several videos, numerous videos, trying to figure it out, and this is the one that actually made the most sense and actually ended up working correctly for me, right? So then I was running out of space, so I said, you know what, let's start expanding. Created a few more ME drives, made a bunch more of the storage cells. As you can see, we got plenty of them to go around now. See all that? I'll make some more eventually. Now these factory blocks, they are just decorative. They don't serve any purpose, but it looks like it's a server rack. So I figured, why not, right? So then just go ahead and moved all my terminals over here on the side. I went ahead and set up a few of these 1K craft storage right here. But I also went ahead and went downstairs and figured it out down here. Added some co-processors, and with some crafting storage. So I've got the big ones, the 316Ks over here, and I've got 3 other sets of 1K. So there's 5 total. But there's as far as the stacks of 3, but because I've only have 4 sets of processors. So like this group is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Now I was having a problem trying to get them to all recognize separately, because I made so many that I decided, well, let me try separating them out. And once I did, that's how it started getting to a point where I can create 4 different processing work orders to go at the same time. So that has helped out tremendously. All right, the tree fluid extractor is doing its job. I've got plenty of tiny dry rubber. I've been just pumping it all out. Our tree farm from last time, got that all full, so now we are storing wood. All right, we still got some stuff processing from the last time of mining. This was the other day. That's still going. As you can see, I also was working on the floors. Went ahead and made a bunch more concrete. I think this one, it's gray and then red. I figured I'm going to go here. I might actually end up dragging them out a little further, but for right now, this will be fine. This one's not out far. This one's out too far. Need to pull that one back. I'll fix that. I can fix that later. No biggie. So let's go up top, and I'll show you from up there and go down, because I've actually gotten quite a bit of work done. I went ahead and outlined in the white concrete where the next altar for the astral sorcerer is going to be, just so I could have a visual representation. So I'm going to widen this out, and then that'll be up there. I'll take it up one more. I'll have to move the lens a little bit, but overall, pretty good shape. So again, this will all be yellow and black. I went ahead and changed this to white and cyan or light blue. I think this one looks pretty nice up here. This one's going to be the gray and the white. This one's just about done. Gotta just finish filling that in. This one is probably, I'm going to go ahead and go with the regular blue and the white border. Here's the red. And then I'm going to go black with the light blue here. I was going to do blue, but kind of blended in a little too well with the water, so I think I'm going to change that. As you can see, I also went ahead and started piping up some lava, because I needed some lava, which down below, I'll show you in a minute. But you can see I've also got some signal flux duct. So now that transferring a lot more. It's 16K instead of the 4K that it was with the hardened. That's helped out a lot. So now I can charge my flux capacitor fairly quickly, and I will almost drain the entire system, but because there's enough of it, it doesn't quite drain it. Stuff can keep going, and all of the generators can fill it back up pretty easily. Now we're on to the next portion. This one is actually kind of stumbled across. You know the farmers from the actual editions. I had him set up, and I turned him on, and lo and behold, he was tapping some of the ender lilies as they finished. So I went ahead and just expanded this out. He goes 9 spaces, 9 blocks total, wide and across. So I widened the whole farm, so it's a 9x9. These back 3 rows are all ender pearls, ender lilies. So I am automated farming for ender pearls. Pretty awesome. Oh, watch. That guy's about ready. There it goes. And he just takes the pearl, but he doesn't break the lily. There's the other one. Awesome. Now I was also running into excess seeds. So I went ahead and figured out a way to work with those. As we work our way down, remember I mentioned the rubber tree sapling? Well, there's the farm for it. Doing pretty good. I figured out, you grabbed another farm for actually additions. Set up some sugar cane. It's only a 5x5, so actually 6x6 if you include this row right here. 7, 8. So it actually stops on this row, so it doesn't hit that farm, and just takes off. Once the sugar cane grows past this first layer, it knocks off that layer, it picks it up and sends it in. And that's it. And it just sends it right back into the storage. Pretty easy. So now I don't have all that stuff. I've actually compacted down a little bit more. So I came down here and went ahead and made a second set of what is going on? Apparently out of canola seeds. They must not be coming over here. I need to get filters on those. Oh, there they go. Oh, they're going. They're just not enough to go all through. See, yeah, there's not enough to go all the way through. That's okay, because I haven't gone. Actually, what's going on is going over here to there to this guy. They're still trying to power everything up, so well, that's good. It might be good to set up yet another canola seed farm, or actually, what I'll probably end up doing is taking the seeds, powering the oil, and then sending it into the generator. That way I can basically double my power output. It'd be much more simplified, because I'm not doing anything with the seeds at the moment, so other than collecting them. So I've got thousands of them in the storage at the moment. But the hay seed, the regular seeds, are being sent down here to the squeezer and turning into the seed oil, which currently I've only got them set up for one of these biogas engines, as you can see. So as he goes through, he'll pump a little bit extra every time it gets going. He pumps a little bit more into it. And that's part of that was the reason why I decided to go ahead and start pumping up the lava, because I needed to make sure I needed the fuel to get these guys going for whenever they wanted to start pumping. So just kind of another way to kind of help with the power. But overall, I've also done quite a bit of mining. You can see I've continued to expand way out to the north. and that's basically all the new stuff. So next on the list is gonna be automating the canola seeds, which requires them to be everything to be put onto the empower here, which means I have to automate stuff getting dropped onto the display stands as well as the empower, and then once they do their little magic, that the item here on the empower will get picked up. So the seed, once the seed's been empowered, it gets picked up over there. Once that happens, then I have to turn around and pump the canola oil that's been processed and fermented, and have it placed into a block, have the empowered seed dropped into it to empower the oil, and then have it picked up. So that, I've seen it done a couple times, but it takes some work and it can be a little tricky. So if I can get it to work, great. I mean, that's something I'll probably end up working on. I'll be going to work offline because it's going to take some trial and error. And once I get it figured out, I can let you know. And then, I'll probably end up looking at some videos to try to figure it out, because I've even watching the ones that I've already seen a few times, it is still pretty hard to do. So, but once I get it, it'll be fantastic, because that's what happened with all of this. Once I figured it out, everything just started flowing, and so everything just grew. Got all that done, processing went done, had more storage, made more drives, put the factory blocks up there, rearranged everything a little bit, and the biggest thing has been the power. You have to have power. They can only go so far, and so what I ended up actually doing is I actually moved the converters, the power converters for the ME. Let's go back down here and see where they're at. I know, because I had originally moved them. See that? They're right here. I originally moved them, and I ended up bringing them back once I realized what was going on. Because I tried to take them up top, but it really wasn't going to serve very well. So that's when I went ahead and just ran the dense smart cables up, and then once I got up there, everything still had power, and it was the sub network that was having the problem, and that's where it was trying to get it to recognize. So by putting another power cell up there, it gave me a chance to at least get going until I could figure it out. Now that I've got the power transfer over figured out for it, it has become fairly reliable. I see, and I could take that out if I wanted to, but I don't. I'll be all right right now. All right. So I've been pretty busy, like I said, trying to get all this processed out and slowly getting all the stuff moved over to the storage. I've probably got a ton of iron and wood and stuff. You can see I've already got 4,000 oak wood, 7,100 ironing. It's almost 7,000 canola seeds, so that's why I need to get these empowered. And I'll probably end up turning off the farms here at some point, or making it so that I can just destroy these for a little while. Look at all that wheat. Look at all the rubber wood. Man, I didn't realize there's so much boron ingots. But yeah, plenty of stuff. Oops. Let's go down here. You see, I got all these. See, there was the original ones, but the sub network to make these. The video I said to set these up with the patterns, the gold ingot, redstone, and by doing that, he set it up so that the processor, the circuits would be made in that sub network. Since I have them set up in the main network, I can just tell it to craft those separately as need be, or I can just craft I can just craft the regular ones. See this? See, processor. Let's see if I have the stuff for that real quick. So the calculation processor, printed calculation circuit. All right. See, I have no printed calculation circuits. So let's go ahead and just make 10. See, it's missing I'm missing pure quartz, so I have to definitely gonna have to make some of those. But engineering processors, I can make those. 10 diamonds available to craft those. Notice how it says that there's none available for it. Unlike the redstone, there's plenty of redstone. There's available silicon, and then there's printed silicon. So CPU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 10. I got 5 different crafting CPUs ready to go. Boom. Create those. So I made what? I made the engineering processor. See, I have 17 in there right now. Boom, 18. 19. See, it's pretty quick. All without actually having to make the circuit beforehand, right? And so the reason it's so fast is I put 2 accelerator cards in there, so you can see that they get dropped in there fairly quickly. Boom. Redstone circuit. That's pretty fast considering. I could put one more in there, but it's fast enough as it is. It gets it done pretty quickly, so it doesn't spend too much time sitting in queue trying to process. So not bad at all. I will take it. Maybe another time I'll add another one in there, but that's okay. I wonder if I need some more yellow. I'll start with 12. The reason for that is because I need to make some more concrete. And while we're at it, concrete powder. Well, that's good for that. Let's go ahead and go downstairs. So definitely, like I said, the next thing is going to be to get that deal with the farms, and I really need to get some cows moving over. Deal with the farms with the power, get some cows because I need to get milk. Because in order to make the next speed upgrade for the mining drill, I need to make a cake, which requires milk, and so I can't do that until that happens. Yeah, kind of annoying. That's okay. I'll finish these real. Yeah, it'll take a minute. So yeah, got all that. Other than that, we are rocking and rolling. Finally made some pretty good progress. I'm definitely going to get some more work done. Try to get this all sorted. Man, we got a lot of apples already too. I think it'll be good for food and stuff. Saplings. I'll probably end up burning most of those just to get put up a one of those those low-level generators, just so I can burn them for the power. And the tree farm's gonna have enough of them as it is, so they'll burn right through those. No big deal. Oops. Let's go down here. Here's where, like I said, remember how I had it set up for it comes out and goes around and in. I've cleaned up the piping for this, so it goes around here, disconnects All right, it comes out. There's no connection on there. Comes right to this one and around, right? So I just made the double loop right there. I also allowed me to clean this up a little bit. So everything comes out of that one spot. See, those are actually above that. See that? So I move the reconstructor over a little bit. So now you can see that actually connects to the main line there, which then I've got connected to go down to feed the other ones. Goes down to feed the other stuff. And then that just continues the pipe. I can swap that one out. But that's for the items to keep going, be able to go up there. And this runs over and it goes into the energy acceptor for the applied E2. And that's how we power everything. So yeah, power's pretty good. So, ooh, what is in here? I almost forgot. Seared stone. Oh yeah, I was making blocks. We'll get that sorted later. And I remember what I was using it for. Let me see. I keep thinking I might want to add another one of these just to get those engines running a little bit more, because those squeezers tear through steel like it's nobody's business. So I might. What do you think, you guys? I probably end up needing another canola farm. Get some more seeds rolling. Yeah, maybe not. But break that open. See about maybe putting in another layer or another 2 of the regular wheat farms. Down here, I mean, clearly I have enough room for it, so it's not like I'm hurting for it, right? I don't know, more stuff to think about. But overall, you can see that is basically everything I've been working on. Been pretty busy, like I said, but it's probably taken me, probably about a week playing here and there, for the last few hours a day, just trying to sort it out. Once I figured it out, I sat down and just started reorganizing everything, getting it all cleaned up. And once I did, it was nice. Eventually we'll do it again. So, all right. There's all our concrete. Do I have? Where is the chisel? I need a chisel. There's a chisel. Yes, I don't need this right this second. Case block. Case block. Let's go up there. We'll get this taken care of. Let's get that sorted. Swapped. Get all that swapped. And we're out of block already. Getting closer. 5. But okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Went through everything. Talked about everything we've done as far as the rubber tree farm, like I told you, the sugarcane farm. That was kind of a it took experimentation probably about 20 minutes before I realized that the Plain Energistics farm was the way to go. And once I set that up, we were rocking and rolling. I tried there's some older techniques where you use sticky pistons and whatnot, but they're a little more complicated than necessary. So that's when I went ahead and just tore that down and started using the additions form. And then of course that's when I stumbled upon the Ender Lily portion, expanded on that, and then went ahead and expanded the floors. And once I had once I had the farms and they were running good, I set up the more of the canola seed processing, or canola processing, and then it kind of triggered on from there to making sure to get this sorted, and that got done. And then that's when it was like, okay, now I just really need to make sure I got plenty of backup power. So haven't had an issue with power in a while. So we are ready to roll. So I'm thinking next time, I'm gonna try working on some more, probably do some more farms, try to get that and those seeds empowered, and get that canola oil really rocking and rolling as far as power gen. Get it to the most efficient as possible, then it'll, just, it won't matter how much I suck off with the flux capacitor. It will just keep on going, and then I can worry about the seeds and the wheat after that. But we will definitely get back to the Ender portal at some point. I'm thinking about maybe in the next few episodes, go back, see about getting the astral sorcery stuff expanded on and working on that. Get that portal set up, because if I can get that portal set up, I can go set one up out at the Ender, where the Ender portal is, up above it, and not have to make that giant trip out there all the time. That would be lovely. All right. So there, guys, appreciate you coming and checking it out. Next time we'll have some more for you, that's for sure. If you have any questions, comments, please list them below. And if you especially if it's about the whole little mini network, sub network setup. If any ideas, or you'd like to see something, obviously leave those in the comments as well. Appreciate it. Share and like as always. And see you next time.